Came across a video yesterday on Twitter linking climate change with mass migration that just perfectly describes how those two things are tied together. Take a look.
From wildfires in Alberta to hurricanes in Puerto Rico, climate change is one of the reasons many of us are forced to leave our homes in search of a safer place to live. We keep hearing that migration is a crisis, and it is for the people affected. But did you ever notice that the same leaders denying climate change are the ones drumming up fear and hatred against migrants? Hatred with horrific consequences. We know their arguments are lies. In the real world, immigration builds our economies. Wealthy countries are already facing aging populations, and seriously taking on climate change will create millions more jobs than there are workers to fill them. But it's not about the truth. These leaders are stoking fear to divide the progressive majority, so they can take power and protect the status quo. The rich getting richer by wrecking the climate and abusing workers. As the saying goes, the enemy does not arrive by boat, he arrives by limousine. More and more people in the climate movement are connecting the dots. To win climate justice, we need to oppose racism. We know the world's wealthiest countries have burned most of the carbon that is driving climate change today. Asserting the rights of migrants affected by these storms, floods, and fires is a way of paying back our climate debts and refusing to be divided. When we fight together, we win.
That was just incredible. So as they say there, the actress Tanny Newton provided the voiceover there. The organization is The Leap. It was an organization put together, I believe, primarily by Naomi Klein, who writes about environmental justice, climate change, and a number of other issues around the economy. And the organization's goal is to both increase the sense of urgency that we feel in addressing climate change, but also, like with the messaging of people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, to demonstrate the link between climate change and issues that people have not traditionally associated with climate change.
So all of those aspects that were in that, I think it was over a minute and a half, 2 minute video, are compelling to folks who follow it and know what's going on because we follow it. But there's so many elements that you also have to give the background to, because who are we looking to convince in videos like that? You're looking to convince people who already know it and like that approach and like this presentation, or are we looking to convince people who don't believe it's happening or think that these migrants are moving and coming towards your country to kill you because they just are bloodthirsty? Because we've already been told, it's been flooded in our brains that they're evil, hateful, bloodthirsty people who their only goal in life is to come kill you. That has to be reversed, so there has to be a lot more information. So in order to feel any sympathy for people who've already been dehumanized, you have to give their story. So talk about how people have to leave because of climate change in their own country. That needs to be shown. So this video is great. It needs 6 or 7 other parts to break down the things that they've already said. Because an idiot will sit—
Twitter doesn't let you post like hour-long videos.
An idiot will watch and go, oh, that's a lie. Oh, that's a lie. Oh, that's a lie. And just move on.
That's true. I'm sure that has happened on Twitter a lot after the video has come out. To me, it's important that more and more, look, any one video, especially a minute-long video, is not going to perfectly make the case for exactly how droughts in Africa lead to civil war in an African country that leads to migration of those populations to other countries. It requires longer form documentaries, talk shows like this, stuff like that to make that case, and hopefully to show the actual experience of people who've gone through that. But I wanna make sure that the link is made. I want people over and over to think climate change is not just about an owl's habitat or whatever. It's about climate change and environmental justice, climate change and income inequality, climate change and all the issues that are related to climate change that we do need to address simultaneously. So I agree, more could be added. You know what, let's add it with our careers every day here at TYT.
Yeah, and also talk about how it's actual Americans that they don't feel are not humans, and how, food supply, price, the costs of eating, the simple things like that, how much it's changed because of that. And this relates to people. When they go to the grocery store and they see that, I mean, this is a random thing. Corn, I don't know, costs $2 more than it did however many years ago.
Yeah, they should understand that link.
Something simple like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I found it really inspirational. I wanna make videos like that. So I'm gonna start cutting out stuff and then animating it. So anyway, great job, The Leap. And you can look them up on Twitter. Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full damage report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.